Hi dear students, welcome back to online classes. I am your Virupakshi BP. In last video, we have discussed about percentage composition of compounds. What is percentage composition of compound? It is mass percentage of each element in the compound is called percentage composition of compound. The percentage composition of compound is very important for 2 marks. Today we are going to discuss about molecular formula and empirical formula. It is also very important for 3 marks. It is also very important for 3 marks. Now let us define what is molecular formula and what is empirical formula. First, molecular formula. What is molecular formula? Molecular formula, it represents exact number of atoms in the compound. It represents exact number of atoms of different elements in the compound. It represents exact number of atoms of different elements. Atoms of different elements in the compound. Molecular formula, it represent exact number of atoms of different elements in the compound. For example, benzene. What is the molecular formula of benzene? The molecular formula is C6H6. It is molecular formula of benzene. This molecular formula, it represent exact number of atoms of different elements in the compound. In the benzene compound, there are 6 carbon atoms and there are 6 hydrogen atoms are there. That is 6:6 ratio. The ratio is 6:6. That means there are 6 carbon atoms and there are 6 hydrogen atoms are there. It represents exact number, means it represents exact ratio of carbon and hydrogen in the benzene. It represents exact ratio of carbon and hydrogen. Next, another example, glucose. What is the molecular formula of glucose? C6H12 and O6. This is the molecular formula of glucose. This molecular formula represents exact number of atoms of different elements in the glucose, right? Here molecular formula represents the exact number of carbons, hydrogens, oxygens in the glucose. Then what is the ratio? The ratio is 6:12:6. The ratio is 6:12:6. That means there are 6 carbon atoms and 12 hydrogen atoms and 6 oxygen atoms are present in the glucose. This is called molecular formula. Molecular formula, it represents exact number of atoms of different elements in the compound. Next, one more example, acetic acid. What is the molecular formula of acetic acid? CH3COOH. This is the molecular formula of acetic acid. See here also how many carbon atoms are there? 2. There are 2 carbon atoms. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 4. How many oxygen atoms are there? 2. The ratio is 2:4:2. That means in the acetic acid there are 2 carbon atoms and there are 4 hydrogen atoms and 2 oxygen atoms are present in acetic acid. This is the molecular formula. It represents exact number of atoms of different elements in the compound. Next, empirical formula. Empirical formula. What is empirical formula? It represents the simplest whole number ratio of atoms present in the compound. It represents exact ratio. It represents exact ratio of atoms in the compound. But empirical formula, it represents the simplest whole number ratio of atoms of different elements in the compound. It represents the simplest whole number ratio. The simplest whole number ratio. Whole number ratio of atoms. Ratio of atoms of different elements. Atoms of different elements in the compound. Elements in the compound. See here, what is the difference between molecular formula and empirical formula? Molecular formula, it represents exact number of atoms, but empirical formula, it represents simplest whole number ratio. It represents simplest whole number ratio. Okay, this is the difference. It represents exact ratio. It represents simple whole number ratio. Now let us discuss one example. For example, benzene. Benzene. What is the molecular formula of benzene? What is the molecular formula of benzene? C6H6. This is the molecular formula. C6H6. The ratio of carbon and hydrogen is 6:6. The ratio of carbon and hydrogen in benzene is 6:6. That means there are 6 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms are present in benzene. This is molecular formula. This molecular formula represents exact ratio of carbon and hydrogen. But empirical formula, it represents simplest whole number ratio. Then, to get simplest ratio, you divide with suitable number. Just 6 onja, 6 onja. Then it becomes 1:1. This is simplest ratio, because empirical formula means it is simplest ratio. So we have to convert 6:6 into 1:1. Now how many carbon atoms are there? 1. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 1. This is empirical formula. Empirical formula. See, what is the difference between molecular formula and empirical formula? Molecular formula, it represents exact number of carbons and exact number of hydrogen atoms present in the benzene. But empirical formula, it represents the simplest ratio, the simplest whole number ratio of carbon and hydrogen. The simplest ratio is 1:1. To get simplest ratio, you have to divide with a suitable number. This is the empirical formula and molecular formula. Next, different compounds. Different compounds may have same empirical formula. Different compounds may have same empirical formula. In some cases, different compounds will have same empirical formula. Now let us check one example. Acetic acid. What is the molecular formula of acetic acid? CH3COOH, right? CH3COOH. Now, what is the ratio of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen? How many carbon atoms are there? There are 2. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 4. How many oxygen atoms are there? 2. This is exact ratio of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. This is the exact ratio of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in acetic acid. But now you have to write empirical formula for acetic acid. To write empirical formula, first you have to convert into simplest whole number ratio. So you have to multiply with suitable number. 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja, 2 1 ja. Then the ratio is 1:2:1. This is the simplest whole number ratio. That means what is the empirical formula? How many carbon atoms are there? 1 carbon atom, 2 hydrogen atoms, and how many oxygen atoms? 1 oxygen atoms. This is empirical formula. This is empirical formula. Empirical formula of acetic acid. Molecular formula, it represents exact ratio of atoms present in the acetic acid. Empirical formula, it represents simplest whole number ratio of atoms present in the acetic acid. See here, for 1 carbon, how many hydrogens are there? 2. How many oxygen atoms are there? 1. This is empirical formula. Next, glucose. What is the molecular formula of glucose? What is the molecular formula of glucose? C6H12 and O6, right? C6H12O6. Then what is the ratio? 6:12:6. This is the exact ratio. This is the exact ratio of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen in glucose. This is molecular formula. Now you write empirical formula. Now you write in simplest whole number ratio. This is exact ratio. Now you write in simplest whole number ratio. So 6 1 ja, 6 2 ja, 6 1 ja. Then the ratio is 1:2:1. That means how many carbon atoms are there? 1 carbon. How many hydrogens? 2 carbon. And how many oxygens? 1 oxygen. This is the empirical formula of glucose. This is the empirical formula of glucose. Now you compare empirical formula of acetic acid and empirical formula of glucose. The empirical formula of acetic acid is CH2O. Here CH2O. So some different compounds may have same empirical formula. Next, one more point. Some compounds have same molecular formula and empirical formula. Same molecular formula and empirical formula. Empirical formula. Let us see one example. Methane. Methane. What is the molecular formula of methane? What is the molecular formula of methane? The molecular formula is CH4. What is the ratio of carbon and hydrogen in methane? 1:4. That means there are 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atoms are present in methane. Now you write in empirical formula. Empirical formula means what? Simplest whole number ratio. Now you convert in simplest whole number ratio. The simplest whole number ratio also 1:4. So the empirical formula is what? How many carbon atoms? 1. And how many hydrogen atoms? 4. This is the empirical formula. See here, the molecular formula CH4, empirical formula CH4. That's why some compounds have same molecular formula and empirical formula. Okay, but some different compounds may have same empirical formula. See here, molecular formula is CH3COOH, but empirical formula is CH2O. But acetic acid empirical formula, glucose empirical formula is same, CH2O, CH2O. Okay, let's solve some numericals. The first one is a compound contains 4.07% hydrogen, 24.27% carbon, 71.65% chlorine, and its molar mass of compound is 98.96 gram. Then find out empirical formula and molecular formula. By using given data, we have to find out empirical formula and molecular formula of this compound. The molar mass of this compound is 98.96 gram. In this compound, how many elements are present? Hydrogen, carbon and chlorine. There are 3 elements are present, and hydrogen element percentage is 4.07%. Carbon percentage is 24.27%. Chlorine is 71.65%. Now let us calculate empirical formula and molecular formula. To avoid confusion, I will draw tabular column. In first column, you write elements. You write elements. In second column, you write the percentage composition. In third column, you write atomic mass. If you draw tabular column, then you don't get a confusion. That's why I am drawing tabular column. In first column, you write elements. In second column, you write percentage composition. In third column, you write atomic mass. In fourth column, you write atomic ratio. To get atomic ratio, just you have to divide these two. Percentage divide by atomic mass. Next, in next column, you write a simple ratio or divide the values by smallest of them. I will tell you later. In last column, you write whole number ratio. Whole numbers. Okay, this is a tabular column. In first column, you write elements. In second column, you write percentage composition. In third column, atomic mass. In fourth column, atomic ratio. In fifth column, divide the values by smallest of them. Okay, next whole numbers. Now let us write what are the elements given in the question. What are the elements are given? Hydrogen, carbon and chlorine. Right, carbon, hydrogen and chlorine. What is the percentage composition of carbon? Yes, given 24.27%. 24.27%. Next, what is the percentage composition of hydrogen? 4.07. Next, what is the percentage composition of chlorine? 71.65. 71.65. Now, you write atomic masses. What is the atomic mass of carbon? 12. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1. What is the atomic mass of chlorine? 35.5. Okay, the atomic masses of elements you should remember. You have to remember the atomic masses of elements. Okay, next atomic ratio. To get atomic ratio, you have to divide percentage composition and atomic mass. Now you divide 24.27 divide by atomic mass 12. Next here 4.07 divided by 1. Here 71.65 divided by 35.5. Now calculate. Now you calculate. by dividing these two values you will get 2.02. Now divide these two, you will get 4.07. Divide these two values, you will get 2.01. Okay, these are the atomic ratio. These are the atomic ratio. Next, divide the values by smallest of them. Divide these all values by smallest number. In between these three, which is smallest number? This is the smallest number. So divide these all values by this smallest number. 2.02 divide by 2.01. Next, this one 4.07 divide by 2.01. This is 2.01 divide by 2.01. Now divide these two. How much you will get? By dividing these two, you will get nearly 1, right? Nearly 1. By dividing these two, you will get how much? 2.02. By dividing these two, you will get 1. These are the simple ratio. These are the simple ratio of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Now you write whole numbers. Whole numbers means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. 1. This is already whole number. Whole number. This is 2.02. To write whole numbers, there are two methods. One is round of the number. Round of the number to nearest whole number, or if you have to multiple with suitable number. Here just if you round off this number, you will get whole number. See, the last number is 2. That means it is less than 5. If it is less than 5, then just you remove it and no need to add 1 for preceding number. So the rounding of the number is 2. Next, this is 1. This is the whole numbers of carbon, hydrogen, chlorine. Okay. Next, now we will write empirical formula. Empirical formula. Empirical formula. Empirical formula means what? It is simplest whole number ratio of atoms of different elements in the compound, right? What is the carbon? What is the whole number of carbon? 1. The ratio of carbon, hydrogen and chlorine is, what is the ratio of carbon? 1. Next, what is the hydrogen? 2. Here whole number, we have to write whole numbers. Next, chlorine. What is the chlorine? How many chlorine atoms are there? 1. This is the ratio. This is the simplest ratio of carbon, hydrogen, chlorine. Now write the empirical formula is CH2Cl. This is the empirical formula. Now you calculate empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass is equal to, empirical formula mass is equal to, just you calculate mass of this formula. How do you calculate? By adding atomic masses of all the elements in this formula. How many carbon atoms are there? 1. What is the atomic mass of carbon? 12. Plus, how many hydrogens are there? 2. What is the atomic mass? 1. Plus, how many chlorine atoms are there? 1. What is the atomic mass of chlorine? 35.5. Now calculate this one. Now calculate this one. 12 1 12. 2 1 2. 12 plus 2 what? 14. 14 plus 35.5. How much? 49.5. 49.5. The empirical formula mass. This is empirical formula. Mass of this formula is 49.5. Next, you have to calculate molecular formula. This is molecular formula. What are the empirical formula and molecular formula? This is empirical formula. Next, we have to find out molecular formula. To find out molecular formula, first we should know the relation between molecular formula and empirical formula. The relation is, I will write here, you note down this relation. molecular formula is equal to n into empirical formula. Empirical formula. This is the relation between molecular formula and empirical formula. This is very important. This is the relation between molecular formula and empirical formula. Here n is natural numbers. N is natural numbers. The n is natural numbers like 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay. To calculate n, we use this formula. N is equal to molar mass divided by empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass. To calculate n, we use this formula, molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. Now you calculate n value. What is the molar mass of this compound? Molar mass is 98.96 gram. 98.96 gram. Okay. Next, what is empirical formula mass? 49.5 grams. 49.5 grams. Grams get cancelled. Then the value is nearly, you will get 2. I think you will get 1.99. That is nearly equal to 2. Then n value is 2. Now you apply this n value here. Molecular formula is equal to, what is n value? 2 into, what is empirical formula? CH2Cl. That means CH2Cl twice. Now you multiply 2 1 ja 2, means 2 carbons, 2 2 ja 4, 4 hydrogens, 2 into 1 2 chlorines. This is the molecular formula of this compound. This is empirical formula, and this is molecular formula of that compound, C2H4Cl2. In this way you have to find out the empirical formula and molecular formula by using the percentage composition of elements and molar mass of compound. The next numerical. A compound is found to contain 54.67% carbon, 9.1% of hydrogen, and the remaining is oxygen. The vapor density of compound is 22. Find empirical formula and molecular formula. It is little different. Why it is different? Because instead of molar mass, he has given vapor density. If you know the relation between vapor density and molar mass, then you can calculate molar mass easily. Okay, here the oxygen percentage is not given. He is telling the remaining percentage is oxygen. The carbon percentage is 54.67. The hydrogen percentage is 9.1%. Then remaining percentage means we consider always 100, right? In 100, 54.6% is carbon, 9.1% is hydrogen, remaining percentage is oxygen. That's why now let us start. Writing tabular column. In first column we have to write elements. In second column we write percentage composition. In third column you write atomic mass. In fourth column you write atomic ratio. Atomic ratio. Atomic ratio means the percentage divided by atomic mass. Atomic mass. Next. In next column you write a simple ratio. Simple ratio. In last column you write whole numbers. Whole number. This is the tabular column. Okay, now you write the elements. Which elements are given? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. There are three types of elements are there. One is carbon, the second one is hydrogen, the third one is oxygen. Now tell me, what is the percentage composition of carbon? The percentage composition of carbon is 54.67. 54.67. Then what is the percentage composition of hydrogen? 9.1. Next, what is the percentage composition of oxygen? Remaining percentage is oxygen. That means the total percentage is 100 minus. Now you add these two. Add these two. 54.67 plus 9.1. Then now you calculate this one. You will get 36.23. You will get nearly 36.23 percentage composition of oxygen. Now, what is the atomic mass of carbon? 12. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1. What is the atomic mass of oxygen? 16. Right? In next column, you have to calculate atomic ratio. To calculate atomic ratio, you have to divide these two numbers. What is the percentage composition? 54.67. Divide by atomic mass is 12. Next, what is the percentage composition for hydrogen? 9.1. Divide by 1. Next, oxygen. What is the percentage composition? 36.23. Divide by 60. Now you divide these values. Now divide these two values. After dividing, you will get 4.55. After dividing these two values, you will get 9.1. Now divide these two values. You will get 2.26. Right? You will get 2.26. Next, simple ratio. To get the simple ratio, you have to divide the values. Divide the values by smallest of them. Smallest of them. You divide these three numbers with smallest number. In these three numbers, which is smallest number? 2.26 is smallest number. So divide these three values by 2.26. 4.55 divided by 2.26 is equal to. Next, 9.1 divided by 2.26 is equal to 2.26 divided by 2.26. If you divide these two, you will get 1. Now you divide these two, you will get nearly 2. Right? You will get nearly 2. Divide these two, you will get nearly 4. Right? You will get nearly 4. Now you write whole numbers. These numbers are whole numbers. If these numbers are in fractions, then you have to round up the number or you have to multiply with suitable number. These numbers already in whole numbers. These are whole numbers. Write in whole number column. 241. 241. Okay, now you write empirical formula. Empirical formula. Empirical formula is equal to, what is the ratio of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen? What is the ratio? Just 2 carbons 4 hydrogens, 1 oxygen. 2:4:1. 2:4:1. So you write C2H4 and O, 1 oxygen. This is the empirical formula of this compound. Next you calculate empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass. What is the empirical formula? The empirical formula is C2H4O. Now you calculate mass of this formula. How many carbon atoms are there? There are 2 carbons. What is the atomic mass of 1 carbon? 12. Plus, how many hydrogens are there? 4. What is the atomic mass of hydrogen? 1. Plus, how many oxygen atoms are there? 1. What is the atomic mass of oxygen? 16. Now you calculate. After calculation, you will get to 44. 12 to 24, 24 plus 4. 24 plus 4, 28. 28 plus 16, you will get 44. This is the empirical formula mass. Now let us find out the molecular formula. This is the empirical formula. Next, we will find out molecular formula. To find out molecular formula, first you have to calculate N value. What is N formula? N is equal to molar mass. Molar mass divided by empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass. Now check whether the molar mass value is given in question or not. Here he is indirectly given. He has given vapor density of compound is 22. So we know that one formula, the relation between molar mass and vapor density. What is the relation? Molar mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. Vapor density. You remember this relation? In some questions, he don't give molar mass. Instead of molar mass, he will give vapor density. In such cases, we have to use this relation. Okay, molar mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. Now 2 into, what is the vapor density? 22. Now multiply these two. 22 to 44. What is the molar mass? 44. Now you substitute here. What is the molar mass? 44 divided by, what is empirical formula mass? What is empirical formula mass? 44. Now divide this, we will get 1. What is N value? The integer value, means natural number is 1. Now you apply in the relation between molecular formula and empirical formula. Molecular formula is equal to empirical formula. Yeah, this is the relation between molecular formula and empirical formula. Now, what is the empirical formula? What is the empirical formula? C2H4O. Now, what is N value? 1. Then you will get molecular formula is C2H4O. This is the molecular formula. In this way, you have to calculate it, or you have to find out empirical formula and molecular formula by using the percentage composition of elements and vapor density. Next, the third one. Calculate the empirical formula of a compound having percentage compositions are potassium percentage composition 26.57, chromium percentage is 35.36, the oxygen percentage is 38.07%. By using the given data, we have to find out empirical formula. Okay. Now let us draw tabular column. In first column, you write elements. In next column, you have to write the percentage composition. In third column you have to write atomic mass. Atomic mass. In fourth column you write atomic ratio. Atomic ratio is equal to percentage divided by atomic mass. Atomic mass. Next, in next column you write simple ratio. Simple ratio. Next, in next column you write all numbers. All numbers. This is the tabular column. In first column you have to write elements. In next column you have to write percentage composition. In next column you write atomic mass. In next column you write percentage composition divided by atomic mass. Next, simple ratio and whole numbers finally. Simple ratio. To get simple ratio you have to divide the values by smallest of them. To get whole numbers you have to round up the number or you have to multiply with suitable number. Next, now you write the elements. Which are the elements are present in this compound? Potassium, chromium, oxygen. Potassium, chromium, oxygen. These are the three elements present in the compound. Okay, next, what is the percentage composition of potassium? 26.57. What is the percentage composition of chromium? 35.36. What is the percentage composition of oxygen? 38.07. This is the percentage composition of potassium, chromium, oxygen. Next, atomic mass. What is the atomic mass of potassium? 39. What is the atomic mass of chromium? 52. What is the atomic mass of oxygen? 16. Right? Next, atomic ratio. Percentage composition divided by atomic mass. 26.57 divided by atomic mass 39. Next here 35.36 divided by 52. Next 38.07 divided by 16. Now you divide these two values. After dividing these two values you will get 0.68. Next divide these two values. You will get 0.68. Next you will divide these two values. You will get 2.38. Now you write simple ratio. To get simple ratio, you have to divide these all numbers by smallest number. In these three numbers, which is smallest number? The smallest number is 0.68. Now you divide with 0.68. 0.68 divided by 0.68. 0.68 divided by 0.68. Here 2.38 divided by 0.68. By dividing these two values you will get 1. By dividing these two values you will get 1. Next you will divide these two values. You will get 3.5. After dividing these two values you will get 3.5. Now you have to write whole numbers. These simple ratio numbers are in fraction. This number is in fraction. So you have to multiply with suitable number to get whole numbers. You multiply with 2. If you multiply with 2, the 3.5 will convert it into 7. So you better to multiply with 1 with 2. 3.5 into 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 ones are 2. Next 3.5 into 2 you will get 7. These numbers are whole numbers, right? Next you write empirical formula. Empirical formula. Empirical formula is equal to the ratio of potassium, chromium, oxygen. What is the whole numbers? 2:7. That means K2 Cr2O7. This is the empirical formula of this compound. Empirical formula of this compound is K2Cr2O7. These two are O-mark. Okay. You remember these relations. These relations are very important. The relation between molar mass and vapor density. The relation between molar mass and vapor density is molar mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. Next, the relation between molecular formula and empirical formula. Molecular formula and empirical formula. Molecular formula is equal to empirical formula and N, or you can write molecular formula is equal to N into empirical formula. Okay, next, N is equal to molar mass divided by empirical formula mass. These relations are very important for finding empirical formula and molecular formula. We will continue in next class. Thank you.